Okay, I'm looking into the crazy bass dimension. Yeah, it's a certain bass on the left right with your LCR. You know, often may notice it at some cinemas, and I call it crazy bass because it really sounds crazy. the way it's you hear it, or the way a trained listener would perceive it and think, wow, there's a difference here, and it's measurable. So I've been looking at a few things, like standing up close to the screen, because when you stand close to the screen, it will be the stereo width of the speakers behind the screen will be perceived as a bit more wider spread. The further away you move back away from the screen, the imaging becomes narrow. It's just it's a phenomenon that even happens in real life. If you have to, say, with middle range, high range frequencies, maybe two people talking, and they're over here on the other side of the road, and all you hear is here's one person, here's the other, and all you hear is their voices like that. You hear echo reflections and such. That's coming from both of them, and they're all echoing, you know. So if it's on a quiet night, no traffic, you walk across the road, and suddenly it gets a little bit more like that until eventually you're up close, and you can hear the individuality, or we perceive as stereo. Bass, it's a bit difficult, I suppose, to explain. If you notice it at certain cinemas that are very large auditoriums, and the cinema PA speakers placed behind the screen are very wide. Like, let me see, for example, let me see something. Alright, so if you can see the the graph there, that's going through the THX sound system monitor. So you see a bass wave, that's as it is in the amplifier, direct. So if I reverse, put the polarity back to match with the other polarity, signal goes up, increases. If I turn one of the channels off, signal goes down, because I'm not summing up the same bass signal, I'm subtracting by muting the other channel. Doesn't matter which one I'm playing, because they'll all be identical. For this one, it's the left LFE, the left LF channel playing at the moment. Center LF is muted, right LF is muted, so it's only left LF playing there, sounding with pink noise. I'll put the right LF on. I'm not sure, I think I might have a PEQ filter turned on there. Yep, just turn that PEQ filter off. Of course I had a PEQ filter on the left. Okay, I'll just turn these PEQ filters off. Yeah, there we go. So if I put the PEQ filter back on, that's neither here or there. Notice the free shape. So it's just subtracting some frequencies in the room, in the room where they're just a little bit too peaky and need to be reduced. Anyway, so if I put that signal back there and put the other on, make sure I got that muted on the. Okay, let's put the other channel back on. Okay, it's multiplying, and I'll reverse the polarity on one channel. Boosh, kind of goes away to nothing, kind of vanishes, invisible sub bass, invisible bass. Put the polarity back the other way. Okay, let's just pause. Okay, resume. I put the PEQ filters on where they're just basically randomly placed. It's because certain frequencies in the room tend to peak more than other frequencies. That's interesting. With the reverse polarity, the signal's still up there. I'll put polarity back in the other position. Goes up. Yep. Okay, so turn off the PEQ filters on the left and right. Reverse the polarity. Change the polarity. And the signal goes vanish. Interesting, that's interesting. Okay, let's put that back there. Okay, let's apply a signal delay, or rather I should rephrase that. Let me apply a signal delay. Let me apply. Yeah, that's interesting. Kind of how it's like got two crossover filters on it, like or maybe used maybe a PEQ filter and placed it in between a certain part of the frequency band, frequency response, and then put a frequency cut, and then widen the Q bandwidth out a little bit. Otherwise, because that kind of looks like a wide. That's interesting. It's interesting. Anyway, so I've still got a bit of Yeah, let me just go through the signal time delay. So I'll just put it up at 0. I'll apply a little signal delay. Yeah, changed a little bit. That's about 1.15th of a foot. That's about 3.12. I can also hear it in the room, how it's shifting, how the sound is shifting. And if I was listening, say, on headphone monitor, stereo headphone monitoring, because I could patch this, well, it'd take a bit of doing to rig it up, but I would possibly be able to monitor it on headphones, and how it will sound on headphones sound pretty strange, very strange, because you're a bit more closer, the headphones are a bit more closer to your ears, but still I can hear it how it's shifting in the room. Okay, I can see that there. So where am I? I'm almost about 6 foot. It's kind of shifting, like it's making this shape now. It's kind of shifting. Oh, that sounds kind of weird there. It's getting almost near to 10 foot. It's about 10 foot distant there. If I just totally put, say, 60 or 70 feet, it kind of gives that shape. Interesting. But problem there being, You would hear any part in a film soundtrack or music playing, you would hear one channel kind of like an echo effect, because there's so much signal delay on one of the channels, and it would sound like an echo effect, which is not really what you want or what I would want. Um, so I'm just experimenting.